Okay, so extended version of the full moon and Cancer tarot reading, and I'm using the Sisoli mini deck. Um, so I started off with the judgment spread because I'm doing a post mortem of an intense situation or time period that I've just gone through. And it's just like a reflection and processing everything that happened and the lesson to take from it before I move on to the next thing. I wonder if I can make this smaller. No? Okay, I can't. Alright. Ding, ding, ding. Now watch, the phone's gonna ring. So this is past issues. It's like, past success or a past failure. Whatever. This is in the past. Good and bad. And apparently in the past, there was some kind of, this is a career in my mind. Eight of Pentacles. This is a craft, a career, some kind of, ability one, practices. And for one, they were using it as a way to deal with their anxiety or they realized that they got involved in a career path that wasn't quite it, and they're kind of stressing out about it because the judgment over here, this is the Knight of Pentacles, and this is an idealistic young man or young person who fights on behalf of others and injustices and just fighting for the little guy, I guess, or helping the less fortunate. So they realize that they want to utilize their craft in a more helpful, good for all environment. Because here's the call, ding, which is a hangman, which is they've had a change of perspective. And they've surrendered and they have expanded their consciousness so that, here's a rebirth, they can make new systems and establish the life that they want, not what they're supposed to have. And this is someone standing in their power and exercising leadership. And the result is a perfect completion, being ready for a new cycle to begin. So they don't want to waste all the skills that they've already learned, but they're sick of stressing out about office politics, and there's more popularity game and he said, she said, than actually spiritual issues being discussed or matters being talked about. And they're going to take charge. If they have to like leave the whole place, they're going to take what they know and they're going to apply it where they want it to go. And I thought it was going to be Hangman, but they said no, Strength. Because the first card that like popped out was this card. And whenever, it orders out differently, like that. That was the first one, and then second. Yeah. Nope. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Anyway, so all this, I was like, oh, Leo. So, a Leo, apparently, a Mr. Wands over here. is feeling a boost of confidence, and he is that's not a fingernail, that's like a hole puncher. Um anyway, so he is seeing the possibilities and uh the gifts that he will be able to share by taking this new starting a new cycle elsewhere. Um Now he could be talking about me, I don't know. But someone is about to start a new cycle. And they've thoroughly like contemplated it, weighed it out, and they are like so, and if other people don't support it, or are bitching because what about me? I don't think they care anymore. Because they're this Nine of Swords. This is anxiety. They're not able to enjoy their career path because of this shit. And it's shit that doesn't have anything to do with him. He wants to be fighting. He wants to fight injustice, not Bachelor, a reality TV show. The greatest tarot reader of them all. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the biggest asshole of them all? Anyway, so with this newfound strength that they're feeling bolstered by, this is how he's seen. This is how they are seeing themselves. Their self-perception is that they are opening themselves up to receive happiness because they fucking deserve it. They don't owe anybody anything. They only owe themselves. They have a responsibility to themselves. And that's it. So the challenge that they are facing in doing this is integrating spiritual matters and blending it with the earth material plane. Integration of their spirituality. And the skill that they were learning, now they could have a skill that they learned while they were in a time of sorrow, or they have learned that they have great adaptability skills in emotional intelligence, and it's pretty handy. There's this is what they wanted to work with, helping others help themselves. Because tarot cards are supposed to be for advice and guidance on the good for all, and not for gossip, and not to stalk people, and not to be in other people's business. So, anyway, they've learned a skill, and the blessing that they are receiving, even before they even start doing this action. But this blessing is, well, first of all, this is a very dominating or domineering person. Now, that doesn't mean they're a control freak. It means that they want to be the boss of their environment. If they wanted to work for somebody, they get a job in an office. So, but that's a blessing that they can gain by daring to mix the material with the spiritual thing, and then the wisdom. So, triumph over evil, and trusting in one's own capabilities, and having confidence that you have the authority to do this shit and set it in motion. So yeah, this is quick communication and a flash of understanding. So during this time of sorrow, they have seen themselves in a better light. They realize that, okay, this sounds corny, but it's like, you realize that you're like a son of God or a child of God. And you owe it to society to help other people know that so that they're not in jobs that they hate. Because your quantity of money should not supersede quality of life. So they are taking action moves like this guy seems to be in like such a hurry he forgot to pack his socks kind of thing. He doesn't care because if he goes back in there, they're all gonna bitch at him. So he's like, whenever you're in such a hurry to leave, you're like, keep it. No, I don't need it. Bye. No, or you can keep the TV. Whatever. No, I don't need shoes. That's fine. But yeah, the potential is cheering them up. And it's kind of like seeing others in the same situation that they're in that are like minded. Like that. Let's get that ever because that's how I go. All right, so being having this boost of confidence and remembering who they are and what their real kind of purpose was that they remembering the whole point of the thing. And it wasn't for fame, it wasn't for money, it wasn't for popularity. It was like because they wanted to, be a cornball. Yeah. Help other people find the inner cornball within them. And if we're all corny, then nobody's yelling, get that corn out of my face. And that probably don't make sense. Anyway, so the sun spread because they have been illuminated and they are, let's see, they're now reconnecting and to their self-worth and they are seeing the good in their life and good that they can bring to other people. So this is just feeling illuminated, like you finally got your answer. It's pretty cool because like here was my answer, kind of popped up there. Anyway, so I have to look at my notes because I forget everything as soon as the camera's on. So here's the abundance that they are seeing again, and this is a man with a plan. This is someone with a brilliant mind. And they're remembering, oh yeah, I'm a badass. Okay, I remember. And the sunlight that is being let in is, well, it's a star. This is divine healing and receiving your place in the cosmos. This is receiving your destiny. And the inner light that is being fed from the divine above is, I guess, healing them at this time. Ah, my hands are shaky because it's tired. Because I had to hang lights all night and I'm really short. Anyway, so the outer radiance that is coming through and being, it's like a window being opened. And the radiance that is seen from outside is a Knight of Cups. This is someone who follows their heart and genuinely, it's like a righteous, like their motives are genuine. Like they really just shoot, I had it like earlier, but I didn't write it down because um, let's see. Do. Knight of Cups. Anyway, this is someone who's not afraid to operate in a mode of love, like out of love, rather than some other kind of ulterior motive, whether it's money, fame, attention, um, or revenge, whatever it is. Their motives are genuine, and the clouds that are clearing. Well, I mean, Six of Swords. This is rest after a turbulent time, and the end of the end of a sad era. You know, window's been opened, and look who's behind that fucking curtain. A fucking brilliant mind over there. It's probably attractive too, and he's been hiding behind a curtain, hiding behind a screen. How about that? Hiding behind a screen. Why are you hiding behind a screen? Why don't you open the window so we can all see, Mister? No, I talk to myself a lot. I'm a little crazy. So, now that a window's been opened, they're ready to face the illusions. Now, this is a separate reading. And this is why I have, like spreads and like a directed um focus. You need parameters to work within, or they will just keep sending more and more cards. And I get sick of that. I've only got so many trays. So yeah, parameters to work within. Anyway, but I don't have a paper. Don't see that. So this moon energy, these are the illusions that they're now able to face. Because now that they're not wasting their energies in petty shit, now they can face the real issues and the real illusions. I know, because I need my paper, because as soon as the camera's on, I don't remember anything. So, this is, now they are able to evaluate their assumptions that they held, or, beliefs that they were mistakenly utilizing instead of, it's like working out of fear instead of out of adventure. That's a big difference. That makes your job into a job instead of, a working vacation. I want my life to be a working vacation. Mostly I'm on the lake and, flaking off, and occasionally I do some work. And then I go back to flaking out. So, this is, they're taking stock and taking an honest evaluation of their thought process before. Well, they're making a choice or taking action, and they don't quite have all of the context to work with. And that's where you have to trust in yourself and believe in your intuition that it's steering you right. So now that they have that, they can, whatever. And this card is so interesting. Anyway, so the darkness that my arm is tired. The darkness that is unseen. Now, in this deck, the Two of Wands, it's like the key to all of, like, the whole thing. The Two of Wands is, no, it's darkness. The Two of Wands. This is a loss of their willpower. This is being coerced into choices that people offer out of their own self-interest. This is peer pressure, and it's just peer pressure to See how she's like admiring herself? This is a narcissist. This is living for the image, but there's nothing behind it. But they're doing it for the likes. They're doing it because for some reason they think that that's like what's expected of them. And when you do that, it just leads to sadness. And da, da, da. Here's the path that they want to. Oh, hey, look. Look, there's my ass. Okay, so the peer pressure, living a life that is not in your best interest and is based on peer pressure or people telling you it's what you're supposed to do because, where we're going to get a job if you leave. What about us? But they're selfish. So why are you worried about their peer pressure or their judgment? They're not worried about yours. They're not worried about anybody else, but as you can see, themselves. So, that's the darkness. And then here is what is being eliminated. Here's the moon, the intuition. Intuition. And this is the illusion. So they are now allowing the illusion of peer pressure or the social image that they thought they were supposed to be accomplishing. And that it's like an ego death. I know I'm going all over the place. Just bear with me. So I keep losing my spot where I'm reading. So here is something that actually is working in someone's favor. This is a friendly way. This is a friendly guidance. This is your intuition telling you this current path you're on is making you sad. And that is, I know, and then I got an itch. This is heartache, frustration, and disappointment. So feeling this disappointment tells you that you need to adjust your career path or your current circumstances. And here is the danger point. Now, it is dangerous. Well, they're starting out all by themselves. They could fall flat on their face, but I don't think they will. Because they'll be having a good time, and even if they fell on their face, they wouldn't notice because they were laughing and having a good old time failing. I have failed spectacularly, and, I have bombed at meets. Oh, so bad. But you know what? I was like, well, thanks, guys. And you bow, next year. There's nothing wrong with failing because really the fun isn't in the success. The fun is in, I hate saying the journey, but the fun is like failing is like kind of fun. It's, yeah, you don't die. You just failed. And then you wake up the next morning, you do it again. Like, look at my shitty videos. Here I am, making shitty videos that nobody asked for. But they're getting it. Anyway, so this is following their own heartbeat and being guided by their soul. And the path or the next step that is being taken is towards love. They want to find someone that is also motivated out of love. And this is a mystic. And things hidden, or you know what? They're looking for someone who is interested. See, instead of, her facing herself in the mirror, like this bitch over here. Whoa, look at that difference. They're only concerned about themselves. But whenever you are working out of love, I know my arm is so tired. When you're working out of love, like, see, they're facing their fears. They're facing that which haunts them. And whenever you face it, you realize it's not that scary, and you're able to just integrate it into your life, you know? This is facing your shadow side and integrating it into a new path. And it looks like, okay, so there's also Scorpio who is apparently not participating in class, but she has like a doctor's note. Because fuck that bitch. I am not dealing with that shit. Do not, collect $200. Do not pass go. I'm going to go, but do not pass go. There's no room for you in this boat. I'm sorry. And she failed at whatever the societal on the surface, like, going to prison and then like no job and then I lost my car. My sister now has my kids. I'm like, wow, okay, I am not winning, but you know what? It beats having that shitty job at Gold's Gym. Fuck that shit. Anyway, so she is taking time to process her grief so that she can begin a new cycle, not carrying the past with her. And by facing herself or facing her shadow, she is, I guess, she's doing the thing, I guess. So, I know, but we aren't doing that one yet. That's a different read, okay? So, the moon, now that they're facing their illusions and they're accepting what is in their face and what they need to do about it. Well, I mean, now she's not sad now. But anyway, they're facing the peer pressure. They're facing the status quo. And they don't give a fuck. They're like, yeah, and maybe. So it is leading to a period of healing. I'm going to make it. I know my arm is so tired. I don't have big muscles. I'm so sorry. I know. I try to find a way to make it stand. I just got to spit it out. That's what I got. So, after facing these illusions and allowing that which no longer serves them to fall away, this time of healing has started and they're ready to move forward. They've accepted the loss and they have understood that it wasn't really a loss. Because like, if you want something new, you have to make room for it. So, you got to get those suitcases the fuck out of there. You don't even know what's in there. So, this is a wound. This is a charismatic yet arrogant woman. This is someone working through selfish means. And the guidance, the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Wands. And the guidance is gathering your resources and biding your time so that you're grounded when it's time to leave. You need this inner turmoil. Yeah, you got to gather your resources and prepare yourself for the spirit quest. Because there's cloudy vision. But if you got these either arrogant ways or arrogant people or illusionary, it's kind of like they're pretending that they're out for the common good, but really it's all about themselves. They want the attention. It's not about God. Oh my God. Now, I told you. No, I don't know who that is, but anyway, okay. I'm sorry. I digress. So, this is what's wounded. Oh, you know what? This is Mean Girls. Mean Girls has caused a wounding. And gather your resources and ground yourself so that you can clear the cloudy vision. I know in my head I'm like singing a song instead of doing this. Because judgment, this is what's inspiring you. This is acceptance and understanding how you got there, why you got there, and that you don't have to stay there. And the blessing you get is justice. And like what I heard in my head was righteousness bears no fear of the future. If you have nothing you're hiding, you're not afraid of being exposed. That's fine. Because whenever you're not scared of being exposed because you're not guilty about anything, it's like other people identify with that. You know, oh, you fucked up too? Thank God, because I missed that one too, right? Yeah, so, and this is a wish, I guess, currently being manifested. And see, we're back at the moon card. I mean, fucking A, right? But this moon card, these are dreams and realms to the mysteries of the divine. So I think this is the dude's wish or divine masculine's wish is he has genuine like spiritual desire, and he was surrounded by people who acted like they were, but now he understands exactly what was going on, so he doesn't have to feel guilty about doing what he needs to do and setting off on his own spirit quest. Because his wish, well, apparently he wants his moon goddess, I think. Yeah. Oh, what is that called? It's like the Muse complex. The the not Mother Mary, it is the Mary Magdalene concept. It's a spiritual man who seeks a woman that inspires spirituality within him, you know, encourages it. He doesn't have to feel corny because he cried watching that tissue commercial. I mean, I'm going to like teach you about it, but, you know, I also cried at the kitty cat cartoon. So, you know, somebody you can be vulnerable around. Yeah, so interesting read. And then, like, it just started going into the magician thing because they're healing and they are grounding themselves because they're about to use their willpower and their intention towards a goal that they've decided on. Yeah. It's that original goal up there. So, this star card, you see how that fucking shit goes? So, the healing, the star energy, the divine is making him into a magician, making her into a magician, and it's like they're making a choice that makes them excited. Like, yeah, they don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah, they could fall on their face, but you know, it's really fun going to like, you know, the soup kitchen. You know, you don't even have to like wear matching clothes. You're just a hobo. That's fine. Amongst the other hobos, I don't know. It's like there's no real failing. It's just you're just existing. So yeah, see the star manifests she is pouring. This is like the divine gift being poured into justice. This is balance being restored because they're making a choice here, an important choice, but they're not sad anymore. Anyway, yeah, you see how that shit just like looped the fuck around over here? Anyway, yeah, there's some other stuff, yeah, over there. So, yeah, I don't know. I think both aspects of this pair, they're mirroring each other. See how that mirrors? And I think that this King of Wands would like to be a blessing to someone instead of feeling like a burden or instead feeling obligated. Instead, it's like getting to be the knight in shining armor. And like they're saving an actual princess and not just a princess. Oh my God, don't look at my feet. Oh my God, I'm wearing the tackiest outfit. You won't believe it. Like, it's so clashy. But yeah, so a period of reflection and something is gathering some strength and someone is now putting their will and intention towards what they genuinely want and makes their heart happy. And that's the end. No more. Yeah, that's it.